Everybody, welcome once again to Novice to Legendary. Where again, you've heard this plenty of times before. If you've been watching the rest of the videos that I've been releasing, this is a, this is a video journal of me describing my journey of going from a novice, a rookie, a noob, to role playing to legendary, and eventually we will discuss maybe what classifies a legendary role player, if such a thing exists. Maybe it's kind of like just general perfection and you're just not going to be able to reach it. So, anyways, I just recently spoke about trusting your GM and how he's not your enemy. How these guys are your enemy. This will be your main enemy if you play D20 games like any edition of D&D or Pathfinder or anything with that license. Even Classic Alternity. Oh, I loved it so much. But if you're playing Savage Worlds, you're probably not using those very often. You're probably using, the wow, it's hard to hold all of them at once. You're probably using all of the other dice that you usually get in a dice set for your various skill rolls and your damage rolls. So it's actually pretty handy. Uh, so as I said, they're more your enemy than anything else, and that's I don't. I'd like to think it's not because of any sort of maliciousness, but it's just because random chance. Like Tommy Lee Jones says in Batman Forever, it's all luck. Blind, simple, stupid, clueless luck. And unlike Heath Ledger's Joker, I don't necessarily believe that chance is actually completely fair. It's random. You can't be particularly fair about that. But if you disagree, share your reasoning in the comments section below. I look forward to reading it. So anyways, you have those nights where you just have just one bad roll after another, or just the ones that are scattered throughout your gaming sessions and throughout your gaming career, I guess. Yeah, we'll go with that. So, what can you do with that? Well, I'm going to tell you the first thing you probably you shouldn't do is not highly unrecommended, not recommended, irrecommended, uh, recommended less is to get like really salty and start raging and whatnot. It can be funny for the other players at the table for a little bit, and after a while, it either gets kind of scary or just annoying. Uh, Another thing, it can be very difficult to fight this temptation, but don't. It's not a very good idea to go, hey guy, just get all, hey guys, I need some help or some, stuff like that. It's probably going to happen to everybody at least once. It's going to be on both sides of that, but try to avoid doing that. Instead, try to find ways to, and this is probably a good life skill too. Take those negatives of bad dice rolls and make them a positive for for the group, for the story, just for the overall entertainment value. I'd actually think that there's a good number of examples of this in popular culture, in movies and whatnot. Say, Guardians of the Galaxy, Drax. I don't know if that guy has ever, succeeded on an intelligence roll throughout the entire campaign of the MCU. I, it's just not how things work out for him. But what does he do? He makes them freaking hilarious and endearing. Jumping into the gullet of that big monster thing in the beginning of the second one. I can't say it's spoilers because hopefully everybody's seen it by now. And besides that, they kind of show a bit of that in the trailer anyway. So But he jumps in. It's like one of the worst ideas you could probably come up with, and he's at the end of the fight. He thinks it was all him. And we love him for it. Other examples is when he's in the first one where he kept taking everybody literally, just could not process metaphors. Very, very I don't know if that's a bad intelligence check or a bad personality check or a charisma check. But the funny thing is, when he says stuff, it's actually kind of makes him more charismatic and likable. I guess unless you're actually there. Some other things, thoughts, ones that come to my mind would be, it would be Inspector Jacques Clouseau. I mean, how often have we seen the great inspector succeed on a dexterity check? It is not in his nature, I suppose. Swan dice. So it's like he makes the pratfalls, and he just makes it really funny. So try to do stuff like that for the group. They're going to enjoy the experience, and you're going to find that you're enjoying the game a lot better than if you were to just start, tossing dice and raging and whatnot. Well, actually, there was one time where one of the players in my group tossed dice. I think it was just a single D20 across the room. You could hear it, click against the wall and everything. And yeah, we actually thought that was funny. I'm pretty sure he was trying to be funny and at least process his frustration in a funny way, hopefully. So can do that. There have been a few times where I've been doing that in our campaign. Actually, my first session, Shearsm did something that no wizard in their right mind, or who actually knows how to wizard right, would ever do. He charged big ol' hellhound with a quarterstaff, shouting, "Bite me, not him," as this thing was about to just completely murder my brother's character. And wouldn't you know it, on the attack roll, he gets a natural 1. So sails past, and it's like it kind of gets stuck in the ground for a little bit. And instead of, like freaking out going, "Guys, help Shearsm out," I just went, "On second thought, you can bite whoever you want." And thankfully, when that invitation was accepted, the beastie also got a nat 1. Or at least something low enough where he didn't actually bite Shearsm's head off. And, I would like to think that made things more entertaining for the rest of the group. There's been a few other times where, see, again, why I keep saying these things are your enemy, especially the D20s. It is a very rare occasion for Shearsm to actually make a meaningful contribution to combat. The dice just freaking hate him once initiative gets rolled. But I try to be a good sport about it, "Hey, we got your back, buddy." Cast a spell, it just sails past, doesn't do anything. "Okay, I tried." Stuff like that. Uh, more example from Critical Role. Sam, his play is not the little goblin rogue, supposed to be checking for traps. What happens when Not rolls a nat 1 on her investigation check? There's no traps here. It's hilarious. So, I know it can be really frustrating to have just a string of crappy rolls. I've already said here that it just happens to me all the time once we get into combat. But instead of necessarily, stewing over it and letting that anger and negativity just kind of seep out to the rest of the group and put a damper on everybody else's enjoyment of the game, either find ways to turn that around and make it more fun and entertaining for the rest of the group, or use it as a means of character development of some sort, or at the very least, just keep it yourself. And after the game, just say, you can talk about it then and vent a little bit if you have to. Everybody will feel your pain because everybody's had that happen to them at one point or another. So that's all I have for you today. So do the liking and the subscribing, and in the comment section, besides the before mentioned debate about the fairness of random chance, share some other ideas of yours of how to make how to take that negative of bad dice rolls and turn it into a positive. Share some stories. Let's all have all have a laugh at it, our bad luck together. Until next time, happy gaming.